Hey y'all, welcome, and if this is your first time joining, thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Rachel, and on this week of Cute Apron Cooking, we are going to be creating some delicious caramel apples. So grab the kids, grab a friend, go pick up some of your favorite toppings and some awesome Granny Smith apples, and make some fall time magic with some of your own delicious caramel apples. If you would like to be notified of each time that I post new recipes, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks. For the caramel apples that we're doing today, we're doing 6 different types, so you'll have a lot of different ideas to try out. Okay, for the caramel apples today, we are going to be using Granny Smith apples, caramels, crushed up Oreos, crushed up Butterfingers, crushed up pretzels, some Christmas sprinkles, crushed pecans, cut up Snickers, and marshmallows and graham crackers for a s'mores apple. And then the chocolate I'm going to be using is just almond bark candy coating, vanilla and regular. I really like using the Kraft caramels on my apples. They work really well, they melt good, and they coat the apple very well. You can make homemade caramel if you want, but this is a lot quicker and a lot easier. To heat the Kraft caramels, you'll just put them in a microwave safe container and put 1 tablespoon of water. I'm gonna microwave it for a total of 3 minutes, but you'll want to stir it after every minute so it doesn't burn and it will melt evenly. When you're looking for a cup or bowl to melt the caramel in, you want to make sure that it's big enough to hold your apple, but not so big that the caramel only feels like a small layer at the bottom. You want it to come up to the top of the apple. While you're waiting on your caramel to melt in the microwave, you can go ahead and line a sheet tray or a cookie sheet with parchment paper or wax paper, and then spray that with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. And that will help so much with getting your apples off the paper instead of just putting them directly on the sheet tray. When you're doing the caramel apples, you want to make sure that you wash your apples really well in warm water to remove the wax. Because if there's still a lot of wax left over, the caramel is just going to like slide off your apple and it's not going to look very pretty. We're going to be using a 3/16 of an inch dowel rod. Sometimes I've seen people use like popsicle sticks, but that doesn't seem very sturdy to me at all. It just feels like it's going to break or fall off in the chocolate. So these work really well. One tip to remember when you're doing caramel apples is it's very important that all of your sticks are the exact same size. Just kidding. There's a couple of different ways that you can put the dowel rod into the apples. However your apple is sitting, you want to make sure that the stick is going into the apple straight. One way is literally with the hammer, and just perfect. Another way that you can put the stick into the apple is turn the apple upside down and just hit it on the counter. Just for the fun of it, Hannah has decided she wants to come over and steak an apple. So I'm gonna move my hands because I'm worried. Why are you worried? Girl. Ha! Good job. See, this is why you need a helper. Because I could have never done that without her. After you dip the apples in caramel, go ahead and set them in the refrigerator until the caramel has hardened so you can go on to dipping them in the chocolate. I might have enough to do some of the red ones. These are really good to snack on too. They're so creamy. When you're melting your chocolate or your candy coating, you want to start out with 1 minute and stir it, and then 30-second intervals after that. Something I've learned with working with this, if you don't melt it until it's completely melted, if you leave some chunks in it, the heat from the melted chocolate will melt the chunks that aren't melted yet, and it will bring it to a cooler temperature, and your chocolate won't be so hot and you can work with it sooner. Hannah went to Kentucky last week. She just got back yesterday, and she came back with the cutest apron ever. These are beautiful. They look so beautiful. And what you can do is the leftover chocolate that you have in your cup from dipping, just go ahead and put it in a sandwich bag and cut off a really small corner. And we're going to go around the top and put some drizzle just to add a final touch. Okay. Caramel apples can make some really nice gifts for teachers, co-workers, anyone in your life that you just want to give a little Christmas gift to or a thank you gift. So I'm going to show you a little bit of packaging for them. The bags that I like to use for the caramel apples are 4 inches by 9.5 inches. And sometimes you can find them and they come with little cardboard pieces to set your apple. Just go ahead and put the cardboard in the bottom. Isn't it so cute? Someone would be so thrilled to get this as a gift. So we're actually not going to be tasting any of these apples tonight because the whole purpose was to actually give them out to people on campus as a gift. And we had some last night, so we do know they are delicious for sure. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.